Everywhere I turn, someone is shouting about AI. Use ChatGPT or get left behind. Auto-GPT will run your business while you sleep. If you're a small to medium business owner, you might feel the pressure. The fear of missing out on the next big tech revolution. Are you scrambling to add AI agents or chatbots into your business, like everybody is? Before you dive head in first, hold on. Today, I want to talk about why AI is overhyped and what actually matters for growing your business. Let's call out. So hello, my name is Christian Jacko and I'm the owner of Contact Solutions, an agency where we help our clients develop systems to convert more leads automatically. And in this video, I'll be calling out the shiny objects by name, the AI tools and use cases that everyone says you must have, but you don't actually need to. The first object of the list is, of course, it has been, for the past month, it has been huge. Lots of hype around it. It's AI agents. These promise to handle multi-step tasks on their own, as pretty much having an employee that works for you 24/7, handling different tools. And now all the tech influencers are raving about the AI agents and what these promise to help for business use cases. But how many small business owners do you know that actually got value from these kinds of agents? Exactly, it's hype on overdrive. It's something that sounds really cool, looks really cool, but doesn't drive that much results in the real world as it promises. Of course, I'm not saying here that it cannot be useful, but in most cases, normal automations, so as you would just normal coding, for example, could do the same thing as an AI agent would, just way more simpler, way more effectively. One Reddit user put it bluntly, Auto-GPT is a AI agent that was developed using ChatGPT, and it got over 120,000 stars on GitHub. Yet, no one really seems to be doing anything with it. Second on the list is auto chatbots for customer service. You've seen the ads, fire your support team and replace it with AI. And our AI chatbot can replace all of your customer service inquiries. Tools like Custom GPT-4 chatbots and or virtual agents are being sold as instant fixes, the magic pill you need for a business for it to explode. Sure, these bots can answer common questions and not very complicated customer inquiries at 3 a.m. But can they truly care about your clients? And can they truly do actions to help them out as a customer service human would? Well, the answer is not really. In most cases, a chatbot like that will handle maybe 50% of all the customer inquiries. Of course, that's a lot. And I'm not underestimating it right here. But you still need humans there. You need someone to oversee it. You need someone to actually install it. And you still need, maybe you're smaller, but you still need a human customer service team. And you know what? In fact, a recent Gartner survey found that 64% of people right now prefer companies that don't use AI in customer service, and 53% said that they would switch to a competitor if they knew a company was relying on AI for support. That speaks volumes. That's pretty huge numbers. Imagine half of your customer base gone just because you implement an AI solution. That's the risk you're running up against here. So don't go right into implementing AI solutions just because of this huge hype, because in the actual idea it sounds great. In the actual implementation, it's way more complicated than that. Again, I'm not saying here that it cannot be useful, but for most use cases, for most people who try to make customer service chatbots, it just doesn't work out well. They actually need to be very good at what they do to be a very good business use case. Third is AI content generators. I'll piggyback on the very recent ChatGPT image generator update that everybody is hyped up with. And everybody is saying it's gonna replace graphic designers. It's gonna revolutionize the content creation space, the social media space, because it's now way easier to create quality content. The problem I see here is that if everybody is going to use AI, such as ChatGPT, to create those images, they're all going to pretty much resemble each other. So there's going to be no differentiator. And the differentiator is going to be the content that is actually human made, the actual authenticity of it. So I think AI, can it be used in creating very good content? Yes, can be. But it cannot be the only thing creating it. Of course, you still need a human. Of course, you need to still have the actual hands-on experience in what you're talking about. And you cannot rely 100% on AI because it's so easy, everyone already doing it. And most people will see it, especially people who know about AI. And of course, pumping out more bland posts doesn't automatically translate to conversions or clients. As a business owner, you don't need endless content, you need content that converts and makes money. Recognize any of these shiny AI promises? If you've been feeling the buzz from LinkedIn posts, from Instagram posts, from YouTube videos, maybe even your own suggesting, hey, let's implement an AI agent into our business, you're not alone. The hype is real and it's everywhere. But here's the truth. The AI tools are often just that, tools. You still need a human supervision for it to work. And if those tools are not used properly, with proper guidance, with proper knowledge and experience, you're just going to hurt yourself, as you would, for example, with a hammer. If you don't know how to use it or how to assemble a furniture item, you're just going to, hurt your finger, for example. Well, first of all, cool doesn't equal effective. Lots of these shiny objects you see pop up every single week or two about AI, they're very, very cool. They propose a very unique use case that hasn't been seen in the marketplace before, and they look very shiny, they're very cool. But that, of course, doesn't really translate into business solutions. It doesn't translate into money in your pocket. It's a bit like rearranging the decor in a store that has no customers. It looks fresh, but it doesn't bring anybody new in, and especially if you focus on rearranging the furniture in your store instead of actually bettering your offer and doing more marketing. And what's mind-blowing is that a very recent study noted that over half of companies admitted that they had no real AI strategy when they dove into AI. They rolled out chatbots with no idea how it fits into their goals or ambitions, or how they even work, leading to very short-lived projects that fizzled out. In other words, they were chasing AI for AI's sake, not because it can actually bring them lots of value. The second thing about why those AI shiny objects don't work is the silver bullet mindset. The fact that, this AI solution, if you implement it into your business, it's going to be the only thing you're going to need and your business is going to explode. And of course, that's not the case. It's just a shiny object. AI is not a set and forget it money machine as most people think of it as it is. Successful AI implementation, think of Amazon's recommendation engine or Netflix recommendation engine, or even on YouTube right here, took years of tweaking and learning. If you treat AI as a tool, one done quick fix, you're setting up yourself for disappointment. Many companies find this out the hard way. They, as I said before, they implement a AI tool with no real plan, with no real long-term vision, with no real planning, and it turns out to just lower their performance, and they just abandon it and say, AI doesn't work. And the third, of course, as I said, is just ignoring the human element of it. Of course, since every single business deals with people and you still need people there. Now, that is not to say that no AI solution works because it's not a human. Of course, there's lots that work, but either needs to be very expertly crafted to mimic human, for example, a human voice. Or still have a human team that the customers can fall back on, for example, for customer service. One Reddit user put it very well. He mentioned a couple of business owners talking about replacing their customer service with reps with AI virtual agents, right? And they were so focused on cutting costs that they forgot about the actual customer experience. It's penny wise, pound foolish. A cheap bot that annoys your customers can cut out way more money and way more sales that you would make if you would just put humans in front of it. The same goes for AI generated marketing content. If it doesn't truly connect, you lose the human touch that differentiates your brand, and that will in turn lose you customers. In short, chasing these overhyped tools with no real strategy, no real experience, and chasing it for AI's sake will just result in you spending lots of money on solutions that are not adapted to you, that don't work, and you thinking that AI doesn't work for you, which is false. You just went with the wrong solution. So that being said, what does actually matter in a small to medium-sized business, right? It's the foundation, the offer, the product, the system, the basic, unsexy things that actually move the needle. And that's what you need as a basis to then stack AI on top. A proven system, a proven sales system, for example, to bring in customers, to convert them with proven messages, with proven tactics, that's what's going to actually scale your business. That because it gives you a predictable, it gives you a very easy to follow way to bring more customers in to your business. And from there, you can just use AI or use automations to leverage on it to bring in even more customers. But you still need to have that solid foundation in the first place. Of course, you also need a compelling offer. If what you're selling doesn't resonate with your target customers, it's going to be very hard to sell for a human. And for an AI, which doesn't have, of course, the human touch element of it, it's going to be even harder. Of course, then you need to have market fit. The market needs to be actually aligned with your offer, and your offer needs to be aligned with the market. If you're selling something that no one wants, you're just not going to make money, whether you implement AI or not. And you need to sell a high quality service or product. The actual customer experience needs to be good. And a good experience doesn't equal the leveraging AI on every single step. Leveraging AI can be a very good part of it if it's done correctly, if it's done with a vision, with a plan. If it's not, then the customers are just going to feel discouraged, they're going to feel ignored, and they're going to feel frustrated and won't return to your business again, or won't even make the first step to go with your product or service. So, is AI overhyped? Yes. When it's portrayed as a cure-all, implement this and your business is going to go to the moon, absolutely. The winners in the small, medium business world and those who actually scale won't be those who blindly adopt a template they found online and for an AI tool just for the AI tool's sake. They have a vision, they have a plan, and they have a solid foundation for their business. So here's my challenge to you. Before you buy or implement an AI solution, do an audit of your current business system. Is it solid enough? Have you got proven results from it? Is it adapted to the market? What are the actual bottlenecks? Where are you under-delivering for your clients? Fix those core issues first. I guarantee that improving your offer, your product, your service, your customer service, your client experience, marketing, and positioning, that is going to drive way more results than actually an AI implementation. And from there, if you implement AI, you're going to capitalize even more on it. After that audit, of course, you can actually implement AI and see genuine results. You won't be chasing hype, you'll be making a measured improvement. Remember, technology should serve your business strategy and not your business should serve AI for AI's sake. Glitz of AI distract you from what actually building a brand, building something that works is. Knowing your customer, delivering value, and repeating so reliably. So, the next time you see, maybe in a week, maybe in two, you see that new AI tool that everybody's talking about, think, is this a shiny object? Or is this an actual business implementation? And does it fit my strategy? Does it fit my vision? From there, you can move. But you need to ask and evaluate yourself through that question first. If you don't really know where to start, looking where does AI actually can be implemented into my business, because you don't really know much about it, you're just getting started on this, I'm willing to go the extra mile. In the description below, you can see this video, you can see the link to our website, you can schedule a call with us for free, and I will do a free audit of your business and give you actionable steps. Okay, do we actually need to implement AI here? Are we on step 1, so to actually implement it, or step 0, where we actually need to fix a couple things before implementing it? And from there, you can actually get an actionable step plan on what you need to do. So, that has been Christian Jackal from Context Solutions. Again, if you found value in this video, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, share, and comment what you thought of it. And maybe your previous experience with AI tools. Was it good or was it bad? That being said, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see each other in the next video.